sun is glowing and dog is pottering around the house. Cat has found a patch of sunlight to curl up in. She loves warmth and peace. It's time to choose another old book from the pile on the dresser. This book is a thick paperback with an illustration of a Victorian gentleman and a rogue on the front cover. Let's dive in and open the book. Chapter 1, Paragraph 1. The story begins. There once lived in a sequestered part of the country of Devonshire one Mr. Godfrey Nickleby, a worthy gentleman who, taking it into his head rather late in life that he must get married, and not being young enough or rich enough to aspire to the hand of a lady of fortune, had wedded an old flame out of mere attachment, who in her turn had taken him for the same reason. Thus, two people who cannot afford to play cards for money sometimes sit down to a quiet game of love. Some ill-conditioned persons who sneer at the life matrimonial may perhaps suggest in this place that the good couple who, when fortune is low and backers scarce, will chivalrously set to for the mere pleasure of the buffeting, and, in one respect indeed this comparison would hold good, for as the adventurous pair of the Fives Court will afterwards send around a hat and trust to the bounty of the lookers-on for the means of regaling themselves, so Mr. Godfrey Nickleby and his partner, the honeymoon being over, looked wistfully out into the world, relying in no considerable degree upon chance for the improvement of their means. Mr. Nickleby's income at the period of his marriage fluctuated between £60 and £80 per annum. There are people enough in the world, heaven knows, and even in London, where Mr. Nickleby dwelt in those days, but few complaints prevail of the population being scanty. It is extraordinary how long a man may look among the crowd without discovering the face of a friend, but it is no less true. Mr. Nickleby looked and looked, till his eyes became sore as his heart, but no friend appeared, and when, growing tired of the search, he turned his eyes homeward, he saw very little there to relieve his weary vision. A painter who has gazed too long upon some glaring colour refreshes his dazzled sight by looking upon a darker and more sombre tint. But everything that met Mr. Nickleby's gaze wore so black and gloomy a hue that he would have been beyond description refreshed by the very reverse of the contrast. At length, after 5 years, when Mrs. Nickleby had presented her husband with a couple of sons, and that embarrassed gentleman, impressed with the necessity of making some provision for his family, was seriously revolving in his mind a little commercial speculation of insuring his life next quarter day, and then falling from the top of the monument by accident, there came one morning by the general post a black-bordered letter to inform him how his uncle, Mr. Ralph Nickleby, was dead and had left in the bulk of his little property, amounting in all to £5,000 sterling. What do you think of the story so far? The writer mixes information with a dry humour as he presents the background to his story. The book is Nicholas Nickleby by Charles Dickens and was originally published in 1839 by Chapman and Hall for the princely sum of £3,000. At the age of 25, Dickens was already the talk of the town, and this book, while maybe having a bit of a dry beginning, deals with highly emotional and dramatic confrontations. The young protagonist, Nickleby, witnesses shocking abuse in a boys' school. The introduction to the novel states, "In going to Yorkshire, therefore, Dickens had a dual purpose, to strike a blow for the bullied and unloved children of 1838, and to confess his own misery of 14 years before. Dickens sought out William Shaw of Bowes Academy, a one-eyed man who had been sentenced in 1823 to pay £300 each to two parents whose sons had gone blind through his neglect. Shaw announced that the one-eyed Squeers was a libel on himself, perhaps with justification, but he did not dare to bring the case and was ruined by the book. What power an author can use for good. Join me next time for another dip into old books, where anything is possible and the characters are always surprising.